And we begin the bulletin with the story of the former Treasury Cabinet Secretary, that is Henry Rotich, who is off the hook after the Anti-Corruption Court terminated the 63 billion shilling Arror and Kimwarer dams corruption case that he was facing alongside 8 others. Trial Magistrate Eunice Nyutu criticized the prosecution for dereliction of duty, terming the outcome of the case a prosecution-led acquittal. And as Chemutai Goin reports, in a shocking twist, the prosecution stated that they had firm instructions to stop pursuing the case.
After a 5-year journey that left former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich humiliated after he was linked to the 63 billion shillings Arror and Kimwarer dam saga, his Christmas present came 11 days early after he, together with 8 co-accused persons, were acquitted.
All the accused persons herein are hereby acquitted under Section 210 of the CPC. They are hereby acquitted under Section 210 of the Criminal Procedure Code due to lack of evidence as a result of the reckless dereliction of duty by the prosecution.
The devil has been ashamed, and I believe they remain permanently ashamed for those who scheme this evil work.
In her decision, Trial Magistrate Eunice Nyutu said no evidence had been adduced to prove the accused persons flouted procurement laws and defrauded the public. She had no kind words for the prosecution, which she said bungled the case.
I find that there is need to check the unfortunate and reckless habit of the ODPP commencing proceedings which they have no intention of pursuing to its logical conclusion. Such conduct is an affront to the administration of justice and a waste of precious judicial time. It is an insult to the dignity of the court and all the stakeholders involved in the criminal justice system.
Magistrate Nyutu, who at one time had been asked by the prosecution to recuse herself, critical of the latter's conduct during the case.
The prosecution only led evidence from 8 witnesses. The rest of the witnesses, numbering to 41, took to the witness stand, were sworn, and thereafter the prosecution declined to examine them, claiming that they did not have questions for this witness. This would appear to be a carefully choreographed prosecution-led acquittal.
We have a saying that no poison can go where there is no blood. So there is no blood spilled, and there was no way poison could go. No amount of lies, poison, and everything could survive.
The judge revealed shocking details that point at an external force that influenced the case.
8 witnesses later, this tune suddenly changed. The prosecution was no longer interested in prosecuting the case. They informed the court that they had firm instructions not to proceed. As such, this court only relied on the evidence of 8 witnesses.
While Rotich had a reason to smile, the magistrate proposed action against prosecutors.
Such officers from the Office of Director of Public Prosecution should be personally held liable for any compensatory damages arising out of suits filed by aggrieved persons against the government. As such, I hereby order that this ruling shall be placed before the Attorney General and the National Council of Administrative Justice with a view of sparking conversation on legal reforms on this issue.
The acquittal raises more questions than answers. July 22nd, 2019, Kenyans were treated to a dramatic arrest of a serving cabinet secretary alongside his principal secretary, Dr. Kamau Thuge, who is now serving as the Central Bank of Kenya governor. Former PS Dr. Susan Koech, who is the deputy governor of the Central Bank of Kenya, and others. Thuge and Koech were acquitted in early January 2021. During a state visit by Italian President Sergio Mattarella in March, President William Ruto announced that he held successful talks with his counterpart and reached an agreement to withdraw the court cases on the controversial projects and that construction of the dams would resume in months. The multi-billion projects were cancelled by retired President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2019 after a probe unearthed a scandal where billions of shillings were allegedly paid to an Italian firm for work that was not done. Chemutai Goin, Citizen.